Hello students, today we will be going over Chapter 8, Prerequisite Skills. This is page 140 in your yellow packet. And it says graphing inequalities on the x-axis. And basically it's still like a number line that's a horizontal number line. So if it says x is less than 4, you know it's an open dot at 4 shaded to the left. Okay? X is greater than -2, open dot at -2, shaded to the right. Okay. X is less than or equal to -1, closed dot, because it does include the number, and that's the boundary. And I'll let you do that one. Next, we go on to where it's y. Y just means it's going to be a vertical line this way. Y is less than -3 will be an open dot at -3, and then you'll be shading down this way. And then y is greater than 1, open dot this way. Greater than is going up, less than is going down. And I'll let you do those other two on the y-axis. Okay? Next, we're going to go on to solving for y. These equations are in standard form, which is ax plus by equals c, where they have the y right here with the x. So we need to get it in intercept form. Slope-intercept forms means you solve for y. Because we want to get it in this form, y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. Okay? So to get y by itself, we want to get rid of x. So we do minus 2x over here, minus 2x here. Now, this one has an x, this does not have an x. So we cannot combine them. That goes away, and we get y is less than or equal to, I'm going to put my x first, -2x minus 1. So we just list both of them, but we do not combine them because one has an x and one does not. Okay? And we're done with that one. Let's go on to this one. Again, we're trying to solve for y. So I minus x here, minus x over there. Bring this down. 5y is greater than or equal to -x plus 5. Then, since it's multiplied, I have to divide by 5. If I divide by 5 here, I have to divide by 5 there, and divide by 5 there. Everything's divided by 5. So we end up with y is greater than or equal to, now when nothing's in front of x, it's a 1. So it's -1 over 5x plus 1. And that's cramped in there, but that's what that looks like. We've solved for y. Next, we're going to go on to the next one over here. Again, we're solving for y. So I go minus x, minus x. I make sure I bring this minus sign down, becomes a -4y is less than, I'm going to put the x first, -x minus 12. Then I divide by a -4. Do you remember what happens when you divide by a negative? I can't hear you. You have to switch the signs. So y becomes greater than 1/4 x plus 3. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and let you do the rest on that while I go on to the next page and do a couple of them. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to do a little bit of graphing here. We're going to use that y equals mx plus b. So m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So b is where it crosses the y-axis. So this is the vertical axis. This x is the horizontal axis. So we start at b. So go ahead and circle this number here. -2. That's where we start. Then our slope over here is rise over run. So we rise 1 and we run 4. So this, and we just make a line and extend it. If we want to go up 1 over 4 more, it'd be like that. So there's our line and we're done. See how easy this is? So what if there's nothing added to it, Miss Rupert? Well, we can put a plus 0 there. Circle it, and you know that's where you start on the y-axis, 0. And if it's negative, that just means you go down. And I'm going to put that whole number over 1 to make it a fraction. So I know I can go down 3, 1, 2, 3 over 1. And if I go up 3, 1, 2, 3, I have to go left 1. And then I combine the 3 dots, extend it, and there's my line. Are we having fun yet or what? Okay, next, but Miss Rupert, there's no x. What do I do now? Y equals 3. So here's our y-axis. So that means x can be anything. So it can be 0, it can be 1, it can be 2, it can be 3, and it ends up with a horizontal line right at 3 because it's going to have a 0 slope. Like you're not going uphill, but you're not going downhill either. There you have that. Okay, I'm going to skip this one and then we'll do this one together. But Miss Rupert, what if there's no y and x equals -2? That means y can be anything. So if I go -2, 0, -2, 1, -2, 2. So again, y can be anything. X has to be -2. So that's how that line looks. Okay, you can do the rest of these lines, and possibly you might get an assignment to practice more slopes in your packet, more graphing, or a Cartesian grid. I'll let the sub decide. Okay, you can do it, students. You rock.